Mathematicians. I just learned about this since the awards and the movies came out. I want to tell you that during this year, I was in the United States Air Force. I was a staff sergeant stationed at Patriot Air Force Base. And of course, we were assigned to Aeronautic Space Command. And I stayed there for, I believe, 4 years. We saw the first astronauts that went up. But during my stay there, I did not know that we had women, distinguished women, stationed at NASA. Missing. But I just want to tell you how we have been pushed aside and not knowing that we have people of color that have contributed to this nation's space command. And this is great news. This is great news.
Okay, next on the show, we have three brilliant mathematicians who helped NASA take the lead in the space race. The work of getting man into space wasn't done by processors. It was done by human beings who worked out by hand the incredible, complicated math formulas to get man into space and home safely. So now we present three brilliant mathematicians.
Yes. Yes.
I was studying while you was playing the dozens. Don't act like you was there when you wasn't.
Oh, come on. Bring it.
Don't act like you was there when you wasn't. Running around playing.
Oh, yes.
Don't act like you was there when you wasn't. I know they say we'll call for you, well. But in my
All right, ladies, what an entrance.
Give my hand.
Great, ladies. Okay, let's welcome Mary Jackson. Wave, Mary. Dorothy Vaughn. And Katherine Johnson. So, ladies, first of all, let me just say it is an honor and a privilege to meet you all. I didn't even know you all existed. And the contribution that you made was just remarkable. And we're just talking about in 1950s. I mean, I understand that before it was NASA, it was Langley, which was part of NACA. It was like National Advisory Committee, aeronautical. But just tell me, how did y'all get started at Langley?
Well, actually, Langley Research Center had posted that they were hiring black mathematicians. Not only black mathematicians, but women, black women mathematicians. And they needed somebody to do the simple stuff while they did the thinking.
Oh, okay.
So that's how we got hired.
Okay.
As black computers.
Okay, so Mary, they called you computers because what y'all were like
Good at math and science.
Okay, good at math and science. So you all, I understand, were like human computers. You did the computations.
Right. Yeah, that's what they call us.
Computers. Okay. So, I heard that President Roosevelt did something to make it easier for you all to get into the position. Doctor, would you care to explain what?
I know it was in 1943, whereas President Roosevelt, he did sign into law, which was Order 8802, which prohibited racial and religious discrimination.
Okay.
And so thereafter, at Langley Research Center, they posted hire a colored. So we applied. So I applied to that job.
understand that in that time, especially in the 50s, that segregation was the law of the land.
Yes.
So how was it working there? I mean, what was the discrimination?
Well, I know for myself now, when they moved me over to the main campus, we were in the West Wing, which was like a mile away from where I had been situated with the main campus. So I'm working, and I realize all of a sudden I get to go to the ladies' room, and there's no ladies' room for me to go to.
What?
So I have to take my work, run, and I'm telling you, like for 20 minutes to relieve myself, and then come back to the building. And they were asking, where was I gone for 40 minutes?
Wow.
Rain, sleet,
Rain,
or snow.
Wow. So you couldn't use the bathrooms even segregated?
No.
White bathrooms, black? Oh.
In our area was called the West End.
Uh-huh.
So that was segregated for color only. And we were divided between the Caucasian, whites, and females.
Uh-huh.
Which me, myself, first black supervisor here at Langley.
Is that right?
Yes.
Okay, did she supervise you ladies?
Yes,
Yes, she did.
we were in that pool. But one fine day,
Uh-huh.
they came looking for 2 engineers.
Okay.
And there, Ms. Vaughn recommended 2 ladies to go to the flight unit.
Very highly qualified.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
And I went to the flight unit at that time only after being a week under Ms. Vaughn's supervision.
Uh-huh.
So, and never went back after that.
Wow.
And I was the first black engineer.
Wow. Well, tell us about that.
Well, I went to apply for the job, and they told me I didn't have enough classes.
Uh-huh.
So I needed to find out where to find these classes. Well, when I went to go apply, they were still segregated, so I couldn't even take the classes at night.
Uh-huh.
So I had to go to the court
What?
just for him to approve. But let me tell you what I did before then. I researched the judge.
All right.
So when I came there, I knew what I was talking about.
All right.
So I told him, since you were the first in your family to do everything, how do you want to be remembered? To be the first judge to approve of the first African-American woman to attend night classes at an all-white campus. And that's how I got there. Not only did I complete all the classes with all the white males, I graduated with honors. I was top of my class.
All right, Mary. Wow. It is amazing. You know, we have some bright women up here.
And Dorothy, tell them how you learned how to do that fortran.
Of course, it was a challenging moment for me. Actually, it's when it started when Langley Research Center, it was under construction of IBM computers. So our jobs was in jeopardy.
Oh.
So me being the supervisor over the girls, I was determined to learn computers.
Uh-huh.
So, well, one day my son and I, we went to the library, and of course it was segregated then.
Even the library.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Even the library. Even the books.
Yeah, the color section. So we had a color side, and of course the book I was looking for was on the Caucasian white side.
Wow.
So I looked around. So I got up and French right in there, like, and then I found the book that I was looking for.
Mhm.
And you said, "Is this black opium?" I said, "No." So I just got the book, slid it out of my purse. They said, "No, ma'am," and walked straight out. My son looked at me. This look, his eyes just got wide. I said, "Come on here, let's go, son." And so me being determined, the girls, we learned and we just collaborate with each other.
Now I understand that even before the computers got to your center, you were learning the computer language, Fortran computer language, and you had taught all of your ladies. And I read that they were looking for ladies to program the computers, and you were a step ahead. You were very knowledgeable. And then, not only did you teach the black ladies, then you had to teach all of them?
Yeah, all of them.
All of them. Uh-huh.
Yeah, I think what
what are y'all's degrees in?
Mine is in physical science and mathematics.
What about you?
And mine is in mathematics.
Okay.
Physicists, mathematics.
Okay. Now, I also read that at that time, black educated ladies, they either went into nursing or teaching. And all of you, were all of you teachers?
Teachers before.
Yes.
Teachers before you went there?
Teacher. Yes.
Okay. Now, the part that I want to really get into is the work that Catherine, that you did in getting Alan Shepard and John Glenn into orbit in outer space.
Oh, that was so exciting. I am truly proud of the Apollo. That makes me very proud that I had a part to play with Mr. John Glenn orbiting around the moon after the Russians had already done that thing. But, you know, we were a little behind, but we caught up. And with that, the trajectory, they were going to briefings almost every day because the numbers were changing. See, I used to like to count everything. Everything I did, I counted. When I washed the dishes, I counted the forks and the plates and the steps it took to get to the house. So math was always a part of me. I liked it because it was either right or wrong. And that's what I liked about it. And with the trajectory, I was able to do the height. I had to figure the height, the speed, and so on, and create geometry problems that would actually make us realize that here we are on Earth. And when you take off on Earth, by the time you got to where the moon was, the projection was to be calculated for that. And once you reach the moon at that calculation, what it would take for you to come back down to Earth.
Well, that's some serious mathematics, huh?
Yeah.
Wow. And tell me about what John Glenn would say about, you know, how he wanted your approval before.
Well, the IBM machine was running, right, Dorothy? But Mr. Glenn said, I want the figures to come from somebody that I can look eye to eye with. He said, tell her, if the figures come out when she figured it out, then I'm ready to go. And it took me a day and a half to do the calculations.
Wow. So, let me get this straight. They were using you, the computers were checked against you.
The computers were checked against me.
So if you said it was all right, then the computer was up. But that's all right with me. Isn't that something? Black female. So, let me just get this. This is Dorothy, you are the first.
Supervisor at Langley Research Center.
And Mary Jackson.
First black engineer at Langley Research Center.
And Catherine.
The first one to get a man to orbit around the moon.
That is fantastic. Woo! Let's give it up for the ladies of NASA. Mary Jackson. Dorothy Vaughn. And Catherine Johnson.